This demonstration is about roasting peppers. Any color pepper, any type of pepper, small, jalapeno, yellow, red, green. The purpose is to add a little more flavor to it, break down the flesh wall a little bit, bring out some of the sugars, and get the skin off of it, obviously, and then it can be used in salads, it can be pureed, it becomes multi-use for the roasted pepper, which I think is a little more interesting to eat than a raw pepper, if you will. I like to use just a screen. It probably looks like I'm trashing this and it won't be usable again, but it's fine. You can wash it down. It does blacken it. You might want to just have a half screen for use at home, just for roasting peppers. It's very effective to do it over a gas flame. A little bit harder to do it over electric coils. Over a wood fire is great. You pick up a little bit of that smoke flavor. So this red pepper is in the final phase of being roasted. You can see I've charred it pretty evenly all the way around. I want to do a little bit on the bottom there too, so we can get that off of the pepper. But the question is, once the skin has been roasted and it's ready to peel, what's the most efficient way to do that? And sometimes what I recommend, I'm going to give you a couple examples. It should not be exposed to water. That's your thing you really want to try and avoid if you can, although if there's pieces of the pepper that are really hard to get off, then that may be a last resort. But I've been scolded by many chefs for being caught doing that. Sometimes what you want to do, if you want to, salt can help pull off the flesh a little bit, so you can salt it and then cover it with a piece of plastic wrap, or even just a plastic bag, and this is hot, so it's letting off some steam and some of its moisture, and that'll be captured in there. I can feel the heat right now in my hands. I mean, it's giving off a fair amount of heat, given that it's just been taken off the flame. That heat rises and it stays in the bag, and then it helps to soften and break down and makes the skin easier to take off. So I think that's a reasonable method that doesn't expose the pepper to any water. So you can do that and just let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes, and then it should be fine. Obviously the goal here is to get the skin off the pepper in the easiest way possible. So if you let it sit for a little while, it comes off a little bit easier. And I don't want to take a lot of time here, but just to give a demo, you'll discard the charred pieces of the pepper. But really what you're getting to is this nice, now softened and sweet skin of the pepper. So you just continue that all the way around. You could use a knife. You can see it's a little bit warm, so it depends how your hands are tempered. But you can actually wait till it cools if you want to, and then just keep taking the charred pieces off so they get discarded. And then ultimately, what you're looking to do is to take off a portion that you can square it out. You can rip the top off of it and then get the seeds out of there if you want. Look how much steam is coming out of there. So it really gets warm when you do it over a live flame like that. And then you just have your nice clean pepper. It didn't expose it to any water, and then it may just be, like I said, it may get pureed, or you may cut it into strips, but what you have is I think a much more interesting version of the pepper. And you can see if you do this effectively over a flame pretty quickly and you pay attention, these still have a lot of fiber, a lot of texture in them, so they're not completely collapsed. So it's a really nice addition to a salad or an antipasta plate or whatever might suit your menu for the day. So just a few tips on how to roast a pepper over the flame. Obviously you can do 2 or 3 at a time if your flame is large enough, so you don't need to be restricted on that one either. So there you have it.